Hello, Leos, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. It's that time again. It's a new month, new energies, and it's been a pretty wild ride for you so far. So, we're going to check in with the tarot and see if we can get a concise, precise outlook for your July this 2024. So, are you ready? Let's jump right into it. Leo, your first energy card for this July is Four of Wands, Venus and Aries energy. Oh my gosh, this is the 1111 card, the soulmate card, the love card, right? The dove of love and the pushing forward of Aries come together. There is a connection, a strong, stable, beautiful connection that is striving to move forward, striving to make its way, that is pushing into new territory. Really beautiful start. Let's go further. Five of Cups, interesting. Right after that, we have a walking away, right? So disappointment for some of you. You may be walking away and into a connection that is more, what you need, right? Queen of Swords energy comes next for you. Some of you are going to be letting go of familiar masks and habits and characteristics of yourself that no longer serve you, right? The Queen of Swords is very powerful, but she learns from her mistakes and she's been through a hell of a lot. So we're going to look into that. And your final energy card we have for you, July, the Hanged Man. Wow. Inspiration. Some of you are going through a huge transformation this month. Absolutely enormous. Hangman energy. A lot of times people associate it with being stuck or frozen, but there's a lot more to it than that, and we're going to jump right into it. But suffice to say, Leo, you are going through a very big sort of shift in your viewpoint and your outlook on life. So let's cut your deck and get right into your tarot reading. We're going to begin with that Four of Wands right there. That beautiful coming together. Venus and Aries energy. What do you have for me? Right away. Leo energy coming out. King of Wands. Seven of Cups. A desire. Two of Swords. Beautiful. Right away, we have you coming in July with your energy. King of Wands is fire of fire. So we're talking about you fully taking control of your goals, your dreams, your life, right? There's no other court card in the tarot that has more determination and control of the I want to say the unfolding of their lives or the forward projection of their life than the King of Wands. Absolutely dynamic. And you're moving towards dreams, like dreams that you've had. Certainly dreams, I'm going to say, that you have had a huge emotional attachment to. Seven of Cups. And for that to come in over such a nice energy card of harmony and love here, new love, we're talking about you absolutely going after your dream in love this July. All right. So there's a decision, though. Two of Swords comes in. So let's see what that's all about. We're going to get two more cards here. Chariot energy. And Three of Cups. Okay. So there's a decision here about how to move forward with this plan that you have or this objective that you have in love. There's going to be an important decision to make with that Two of Swords and that Chariot, right? So this feels like a very logistical decision, Leo. You may be trying to decide how exactly do we now embark on this path. There's absolutely a love or a dream, a vision you have in your life for a love connection or relationship that you are fully engaging and going after in July. But then there is indeed an issue or a decision that has to be made in order for you to activate that path, right? So it may be a decision about work or living or, it's something very, very practical about how you're going to move forward. Some of you may have to move, or some of you may have to change jobs. Some of you may have to, there are certain things certain decisions that are going to be individual to anyone who's resonating with this. That's going to be a major decision you make, and there's going to be celebration. Three of Cups, abundance, celebration. Some of you are going to be making contact with old friends that you haven't seen in quite some time. And this can be all part of that, right? Now, this feels like a love connection, but it can also be just simply you having a vision for your life that involves more connectedness with your loved ones, with the people you really, really care about. So it doesn't necessarily, what just popped out, doesn't necessarily have to be, Nine of Swords popped out. We're going to be moving on in a minute. It doesn't necessarily have to be sort of just the one connection per se. It can be a group of people that you really, really miss and that you're wanting to move towards. So take it as it comes or resonates for you. As we move on to Five of Cups. Five of Cups is that feeling of disappointment, right? Loss in some way. Something has some kind of relationship or connection has been extremely disappointing. And there's been a lot of sadness and regret here. Leo, you show up in your own reading. This is your power card. King of Cups. So it feels to me, Leo, like, yes, there was disappointment in a past connection, and it may indeed be you moving towards that connection now, again, because there's a wish here and this determination, because associated with that this disappointment, and regret, there's regret. Nine of Swords, associated with that sadness of loss of the connection, there's a regret. And in comes your power card, strength, energy. In comes you showing up fully as your best self. Leo is all about self-mastery and becoming, this is oftentimes why it can take Leo energy, individuals who resonate hard with Leo. It takes them a long time to fully come into themselves because they're really on a path of real self-transformation, right? So we have Leo coming in over that regret, and you're kind of sort of turning it around because you bring in that King of Cups energy. You're showing up much more responsible. Another king. You have King of Wands here with your desire to move forward, and here you have your King of Cups with your desire to establish a particular connection the way you want it, right? There's something, again, you have an eye on something, and this feels very much like you coming in and, either fixing something here with a past connection, or it feels like you showing up in a connection or a situation where you are disappointed how you showed up before. Like you're just leveling up. You may be going into another stage of your Leo incarnation. All the signs have 3 stages to them. You may be leveling up to your next stage, having gone through a real period of maturity and sort of like just learning, You're just like learned so much in the recent Empress. You're ready to grow something. And Hangman comes again. Inspiration has come in. Some of you were very, very stuck in a certain outlook, right, that was holding you back, and that probably caused some pain here with this connection. There was a particular way of looking at life, living life, your attitude towards life that you were so committed to, but there was no room in that outlook for you to grow or you weren't actually, this is the thing with Hangman being such an interesting card. It's the card of the ascetic, the monk, the one who just, ties himself up and is so committed to this one path, committed to this one path. But there's so many shades to that. Sometimes it can feel like you're frozen in this path, not learning anything. Sometimes it can be a very stubborn energy. Sometimes by sticking to that path, you get inspiration. In this scenario here for you, Leo, the energy of this reading feels like you were indeed stubbornly holding on to a particular outlook that you had on life, on yourself, on your relationships. And something in the recent past before this sort of this July sort of energy change has happened, um, you began to get inspiration, right? A particular loss of a relationship and the regret and the understanding that came in, a lot of the pain that you felt because of this loss really began to open your eyes, and you've really shifted your outlook. And so you're embodying that portion of the hanged man that is the halo of sort of inspiration, an epiphany. There's an understanding that has come. And this is broadening and opening up your whole viewpoint and your whole outlook on life. You're ready with that Empress energy to grow something. You're ready to grow something. You're ready to give energy into something and nurture something. And I believe it's a love connection here. Let's move on. We have Queen of Swords there. So as I said, the Queen of Swords is a beautiful card about she's, with all the queens, they're associated with water and emotions and feelings. And she's the one who's really gotten sort of in touch with who she is, right? How she sees herself. Because it's the feeling associated with swords, air. She's gotten in touch with sort of her identity, right? And she's okay with it, and she feels okay with it, and she's all right now, right? And it's been a really long struggle. You can see that in the card. She's oftentimes very exhausted from the journey, but the journey was so important because now she sits on this throne of clarity, because she sees the world through honest eyes, right? And so Queen of Swords is about you really stepping in to who you truly are and being authentic and honest about that, claiming that. Eight of Pentacles, so much work. High Priestess, Three of Swords, so much work has come in. So much work has come in, and it's happened as a result of a pain, right? Three of Swords, here's this pain again, this sort of heartache again. Leo, this is a reading for Leo who's gone through some real heartache over this past period. Maybe several months, couple of years of just being in a state of constant sort of pain for one reason or another, emotionally, in terms of your connections with people that you care about. Feeling very much in the throes of constantly being betrayed, or perhaps even betraying others, like just a back and forth energy. As I say, there is regret here that you have with that Nine of Swords. And so it feels like this was a back and forth period of time where there was a lot of toxicity back and forth. Many times you were hurt. And of course, as a result of being hurt, you lashed out and maybe hurt others. And this is the source of this work that you've been going through recently, this sort of realization that's coming in that a lot of this pain, you don't have to have it anymore. You don't have to have it because you don't have to have that outlook on life, or that perspective of life that brings in that pain, or that expects that pain. And so you're, again, a very cathartic mental period. Queen of Swords, Three of Swords. July is going to be for you, Leo, a period where you have such clarity that comes in, right? You heal so directly through, you're healing some of that grief and pain that you have, some of that perhaps even anger, and clarity is coming in. High Priestess, Eight of Pentacles. You've done so much work, so much physical labor lately as well, and it's been really sort of it's really boosted your confidence. It's one of the reasons why you have been able to sort of be more honest with yourself, have more confidence, trust yourself more, because through a lot of work, physical labor, some of you even that you've been putting in recently, you kind of got a sense of value out of that has come in. Confidence, just a sense of confidence, and you value yourself more, right? Just a sense of loving yourself has come in, right? And so there's a huge release. There's a huge change in a perspective. Let's go back up. There's your Queen of Pentacles and your Two of Cups. Wow. So yeah, very much you having worked actively towards building a life that reflects who you are and what you desire. Queen of Pentacles. Again, Leo, this July, you're going to be seeing a lot of the fruit of your labor and effort that you've put in to the shadow work, to the physical work, right? To the clearing of your mind, right? To the resetting of a love connection that has maybe, gone sideways, and realizing now why and how it went sideways, and wanting to go back and perhaps repair this intense love connection. Two of Cups comes in. The connection comes back. The exchange, the love. So yes, this is again, and lately all my readings for my collective have really been about resonating up about fruits of the labor of the shadow work or the physical work or the trials and tribulations that you've been putting in the last few months. For everyone in my collective, July is the month that everyone seems to be reaping the rewards so far, in any case, right? Of course, we all have a little bit of shadow, but for the most part, we are all doing very well. In this July, you are fully beginning to sort of live in exactly the type of life you've always wanted as a result of a lot of hard work. And also coming together in a connection that is extremely important to you. Two of Cups energy, again, speaking to a specific connection indeed that you are manifesting back into existence. 2 cards flipped over, 3 cards flipped over. I'm not going to take it, too many cards. Let's get a clear message on that Hanged Man. Again, going back to that epiphany, I think ultimately by the end of July, Leo, you have such a change of your perspective from that Hanged Man. You have such a change from who you were, even from when you began July. So let us see what this is all about for my Leo. The Magician comes in, yeah. All that confidence. Wow, the Emperor, get out. And the Page of Swords. So yeah, information, communication, a whole new sense of confidence just beginning to come in. It's just going to grow and grow. Magician and Emperor, by changing your outlook, you fully embrace the ability and the possibility and the knowledge that you have the ability. Let me be clear. To manifest your goals and dreams any way you want to. Your confidence soars in July, Leo, just soars. You find yourself just accomplishing things so easily. Where they were hard before, they're easier now. Magician energy. All of your talents are sort of operating in this sort of really beautiful, concise, perfect, efficient way. Emperor energy, you are absolutely conquering beginning to conquer new territory in your life. Very, very, I want to say, in a very real way, planting roots, growing stability, especially planting roots and growing stability in this new outlook that you have. And this may even translate to some of you moving, some of you buying a house, some of you changing where you live, how you live, who you live with in a very physical way. And this opening doors very much to a life that you've wanted. Messages are coming in. Good communication is coming in. Keep that communication up. Make the phone calls you need to make. Make the text messages or phone calls, emails, etc. Continue that spark of communication and talking that is there with that Page of Swords, because I feel like there will be a lot of activity. You have Moon coming in, and then you have 8 of Wands. Right, so towards the end of July, there may be a period for you with that Moon energy where things become a little bit veiled. You're not entirely sure. At the bottom, though, we have the World. The World card has shown up for every single reading I've done so far for July, so take that for what it is. Closure, completedness, beginning a whole new phase, right? Beginning a whole new phase with all of the mastery of the last phase. But for some of you, there's going to be an unsettling period towards the end of July, mostly not because anything horrible is happening, but because everything is going to be moving very fast. things begin to move extremely fast for you by the end of July, whether that be in your love connection, in your work, right? This reading primarily seemed to talk about and concentrate on you changing around something in your life that was off course with a love connection and also with your own personal spiritual growth. This has been a period of big spiritual, emotional growth. But then, as you come into all of this and you resonate with all of this and you begin to manifest the rewards of this huge change, things then also move even faster towards the end of July. And you're not quite sure where it's going. I would say that things like money, jobs, energies, connections, meetings with people, all of that heightens, increases very, very quickly as a result of this huge energy influx. Whenever you change or you make an adjustment and you're back on your path of where you should be in life, or you've learned something, you've resonated up, there's a huge energy influx that happens, like a booster, and sometimes it comes in really, really fast and you can't really make sense of everything that's happening. It's like just being in the storm, you know. And it doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that everything is catching up. Karma is catching up. The wheels are turning. And so you have an exciting August ahead, I would say. It's just that towards the end of July, with that moon energy, you're just going to be a little bit apprehensive, maybe a tiny bit anxious, simply because everything's moving so quickly and you have no firm idea where it's going. You know what I'm saying? All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your beautiful July outlook. I'm going to close this. Oh, wait, before I close the reading, let's get into your oracles, your zodiac signs. All right, Leo, before I close this reading, let's go ahead and get into your zodiac signs. And then I'm going to go ahead and move over to the extended reading. Cancer. This may be a sign that is in your chart or someone that you're dealing with, Leo. Some of you have Libra in your chart, or you're dealing with Libra energy, perhaps in this love connection. One more. And some of you are dealing with a Taurus. All right. So either you have these energies in your chart, some of you may, or your person, you're the people, the significant people that are factoring into this reading may indeed have these energies prominently in their chart. So that's it. Now I'm going to go ahead and sign off on this July outlook and move over to the extended reading. If you want to watch the extended reading, go ahead and click that link at the top of the description. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sure you're probably new to my channel. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot, and every week I upload love readings, and every month I upload the monthly outlooks for those zodiac signs. So do check back. Thank you so much. I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you right back here on my channel for your next tarot reading. Bye-bye now.